Oh, there we go. There's the bell. All right. Okay, all right. So there's the bell. All right. Press pause, do the do now, and then we'll come back and go over it. Okay, all right. So let's see. Reflect this line over the x-axis now. Again, right? Reflect over the x-axis, which means the y value, the y coordinate changes. So x prime would be -5 what? Yep, -12. Oh, did I not change the second one? Oops, this is supposed to be y. So y prime is 7. Now I did this on purpose. I made it 0. All right, why do you think I do that? Yeah, because you cannot have a -0. You can't write -0. There's no such thing. So it stays at 0. Okay. So y and y prime is the same point in this case. Okay. Right? Okay. All right. Unit 8, day 9. Do the homework. Okay. Quiz is Friday. Any announcements? Now let me try to remember why I wrote this yesterday. Missing quizzes from the regulars. Okay, so I'm when I go over the quizzes, I look at your grades and then record them on the grade book. I see that's a lot of a few people who normally hands in every single homework are mysteriously not doing the quizzes. And I don't mean just one quizzes. I'm talking about like consecutive quizzes and or exams. And I just want to encourage those of you who haven't done any quizzes to do those. Okay, treat them like it's homework. All right, we have so many quizzes. And listen, if you do every homework, chances are you're gonna get a pretty good quiz grade, anyways. So don't get intimidated by the quizzes. Once I show you the new grading policy, you realize that the quiz grades don't count as much as they used to. So treat them like it's a homework, just do it. Because when you don't do the quizzes, you're missing a quiz grade and you're missing a assignment grade, right, for homework grade, and you're missing classwork grade. So you're taking like 3 zeros at once. Yeah, right. So this is not like back in the day when we were in the class where you don't do a quiz and there's a missing quiz, because a quiz right now every Friday counts as a homework, and a homework which basically counts as classwork. Like, because we're not in class, like I have to count your homework as your participation grade, right? Do you guys understand? So don't skip quizzes, because quizzes, if you skip them, it really deflates your grade 3 times over. Okay, so make sure you do your quizzes. I can't stress it enough. All right. Let's see. I'm still waiting for the grading policy to show up. So as soon as that happens, I'm gonna make an announcement. So today I'm gonna reformat the grade book to reflect the new grading policy, and then as soon as that gets okayed, I will talk to you guys about the grading policy. Okay. All right. Let's see. Where are we? Where are we? All right, so we've been doing this. So today's the last day of this topic, which is reflections. Okay, so the quiz Friday, it will be basically all reflections. Maybe like 2 or 3 questions from the topics from like the week prior. All right, what you guys did last week, but that's about it. Okay, so today, to start off, I want to show you another Mr. Maisonnet video first. Okay, so this is to recap what we've done so far. All right, and so if you go to our blog, go ahead and watch video number 1. It's 3 minutes. All right, 3 or 5 minutes. All right, so watch this video. So press pause, watch video number 1, and then we'll continue. Okay. All right, and we're back. Now, I don't know if you noticed the difference between this versus what we had yesterday. Okay, so what's the difference between these questions and these questions from today? Again, this versus this. Yeah, I'm not giving you the coordinates anymore. Notice, right? I'm not giving you the coordinates anymore. So what I'm going to do, by the way, I uploaded a tutorial video on reflection. So, you know, if you want to study for the quiz, this is a good video to watch. However, it's about 20 minutes long. Like, it's not a short video, okay? So, but if you want to, you know, want to study for the quiz on Friday, all right, this video is a good place to, you know, to go, okay? All right, what was I talking about? So let's practice, okay? Now, these will take you a little bit longer to do, all right? Which explains why I am not what? Which explains why I'm not giving you that many questions today. Okay, now the other thing is that these points aren't labeled. They were never really labeled, right? Well, he labeled them down here, but never labeled it up on the graph. So we're gonna go ahead and label it, because if you don't label these and you call this A, B, and C, like, how are you supposed to know which one is A, which one is B, which one is C? So we're gonna do two of these together, and then I'll just let you practice for the rest of today. Okay, that's what it's gonna look like. Okay, all right, let's see. A, B, C. Okay, so A, where is point A, right? So you need to label it. Okay, let's see, where is this? 0, right? It's not going anywhere, but it goes 3 down. So 0 on the x-axis, 3 down. All right. B is 9 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 down. 9 to the right, 4 down. And C is 6 to the right. By the way, you might be wondering, why am I counting so fast? It's because these, have you seen this grid? Right? So here you got your X and Y axis. And then over here, they basically have another grid actually inside the grid, and these are counting fives. That's why it's so easy for me to count, okay? It should be easy for you to count also. So here I got 6, and then what, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 down, 6 to the right, 8 down. Okay, so let me use a different color. And now we're gonna do a reflection of the x-axis. So let me write down A prime, B prime, C prime. So what's A? Now, if we're changing the x-axis, right, that means the y value changes for all three. Yeah? So 0, -3 becomes 0 what? Yep, +3. 9, -4 becomes 9. Yep, +4. 6, -8 becomes 6. Yep, +8. Okay, so let's plot those points and see what's up. 0, 3, A prime. 9, 4, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4. Prime. C is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. All right, let's connect those points. All right, let's see. And there we have it. Now let's check real quick. Does this look like does this look like a reflection of this triangle across the x-axis? Yeah, it does. Okay. All right. Let's do one more together. Let's see. All right. Now here we have a quadrilateral, so which means we're gonna have 4 points. So how should we do this? All right. Let's do it like this: A, B, C, D. Okay. So let's label those. So what's A? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 to the left. 10 down. Alright, that's as far as it goes, right? So B is what? -7, -3. C is -3, 0. And D is -2. So everything is negative, right? Because this shape is in the third quadrant. I don't know if you noticed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. -2, -7. Okay? So now, let's get, so what are they asking for? X-axis. Okay, so we have to reflect across the X-axis, which means all the Y changes again. All right? So let's see, A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime. Okay, all right, so that's -10, +10, -7, +3, -3, 0, right? 0 doesn't change to a negative. -2, 8. All right, let's try this. -10, 10. So that's all the way up here. So that's A prime. -7 is up here, 3. Is that right? All right. -3, 0. So this is C prime. And then -2, 8. Is that 8? Yeah. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, sometimes, you know, even with this, when I look at it, it's not that clear because all I have are the corners, right? The points. I don't have the line. So sometimes I can't see it, all right? Just as you guys can't see it. So I really have to finish drawing this first. And I think it looks good. Yeah, that's exactly it, right? So would this shape be a reflection on the x-axis of this shape at the bottom? Yeah, you bet. Okay. All right. So with that said, how many questions do we have today? All right, 6 more. Okay, fine. All right. So go ahead, do these 2 questions. All right. And then when you are finished, all right, unpause, press play, and you'll see the answer key. Okay, so press pause right now, and I gotta put the answer key in there also. Okay, so all right. Okay, all right, and we're back. So this is the answer key for the 2 questions here. Okay, one of the things I want to point out to you is that as I'm plotting the points, sometimes I'll give you an easy example. Notice how for D here, right, the original point D, -2, 2. When I plot this, the next one, 2, 2, a lot of times when I plot the point, I very quickly glance over here to see that that would make sense. Like, so the way I look at it is, if I see that this is 2 units up, 2 units over, I would see that my new point is also 2 units up, 2 units over, except in the opposite side of the y-axis. Okay, so I don't know if that helps you. If it helps you, then it helps you. Okay, all right. So check your answers here. Okay, if you need to, press pause. But however, like if you look at the shape, I mean, you can pretty much look at your shape compared to mine, right? And then you know whether you're right or not. All right. The only thing I would say that you should label these points. All right. Okay. All right. Let's try the next one. So try this one. Press pause. All right. And while you press pause, I'm gonna go ahead and do the answer key here. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Just so you know, I'm not finished here. I just realized that we have to reflect this twice. Okay, so that's kind of crazy. So this is the first reflection. So this is the X reflection, which means all the Y value changes. Okay, so press pause right now. So I didn't I would, if I have seen this whole thing, I would have done one with you, but it's not too late because I'm gonna do this step by step. So 1 is the first reflection over the X-axis, right? And so now we're gonna do the second one, which is over the y-axis, okay, which means based on these, the x value changes, and that instead of a prime, all right, this is crazy. Since this is a double transformation, this is double prime. So you got A double prime, B double prime, C double prime. You know what? Actually, let's do this real quick. That's fine. I don't need to pause. All right. So let's see. Now, First of all, let's double check, okay, together. First, I have to change the y-axis. So that means x-axis, right? Reflect over the x-axis, so that means the y changes. So that's why I got -4, -7, -2. See that? Now, the second one, you have to reflect over the y-axis, which means it's a double reflection. It's a reflection off of the new shape. Okay, at least that's my interpretation. By the way, don't worry about this one too much. I'm not gonna have you do a double reflection on the quiz. Okay. All right. Anyways, so now if I have to reflect over the y-axis, you see how I put the x here? That means all the x coordinate changes. So what does that mean? This shape now becomes -1, -4, -6, -7, and then -10, -2. So let's plot those. -1, -4. That's a double prime, okay? All right, so in other words, as you might guess, the more reflections you do, the more primes you add. Okay, typically you only go to two, like 2 primes. Like no one does like 3 primes, 4 primes. -6, -7, and then what is this? -10, -2. So let's connect. All right, and I know there's a huge sound in the background. Now let's see if this makes sense. All right, let's get a magic pen going. Oh yeah, actually, yeah, let's do a magic pen so that it'll disappear. How cool is that? So here we went from this. This is the original, and then it went to here. Okay, this magic pen thing is not working. Oh man. Okay, all right, never mind. All right, let's use something else. We went from rainbow is fine. Rainbow. Okay, all right. We went from this 1, and then the first transformation was over the x-axis, so we got flipped over this horizontal mirror, and then afterwards it went here. So that was our last step. So it went from here to here to here. Okay, got that? Okay, so right now go ahead and press pause and do this one. All right, I'm gonna do both steps, and then when we come back, I'll show you the answer. Okay, so press pause right now. Okay, wow, these questions, they take a while, I gotta say. Okay, so let's see if I'm right. So here we have, so here we originally had this, all right, and then it got flipped over the y-axis, I mean x-axis, sorry, x-axis, which turned into this shape, and then this shape got flipped over the y-axis, which went here. So it went from this to this to this, okay, and the shapes look fine. Okay, now how are we doing on time? Yeah, let's see, it's probably 28, 30. Well, we're getting close. Okay, so I'll tell you what, I'm gonna make these 2 last questions optional. So if you're done, okay, you can stop the video right here, and then for those of you who would like to go over this, all right, you can go and do these 2. Okay, so again, if you want to sign off here, that's fine. Okay, this is the last day we're doing this, by the way. So tomorrow we're gonna do triangles, okay, and then we'll do the quiz on Friday. Okay, and then for the rest of you, if you want to do this right now, go ahead, press pause, and then when you press play, you will see the answer key. Okay, all right. Okay, so I'm going to pause to do the answer key right now. So go ahead, if you want to do this, go ahead, press pause and do this right now. Okay, all right, for those of you who are still here, this is the first one. Okay, so press pause if you haven't done so. Do the last question, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do the answer key. Okay, all right, I'll be right back. All right, so this is the last answer key right here. Okay, and since you guys stuck around, last question. Okay, usually this might be a bonus question. Let me ask you guys something. If you reflect over the y-axis and then reflect over the y-axis again, now that would never happen, right? But let's just say, right? You see how this is y and then x, x then y, so on and so forth. What happens if this reflects over the y-axis, then the y-axis again? What do you think would happen? What do you think the shape would look like? Yeah, it would look like the original, right? Watch. If you do that, it would go from here to here, right? It would turn from this shape into this shape. But if you reflect over the y-axis again, it will just come back this way, right? So it will be the original shape. So that's why no one ever does that. Okay. All right. Well, thanks a lot for watching, and this was a good lesson. And then do your homework, study for the quiz, and then tomorrow we'll do triangles. Okay. All right. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye. Okay. Oh, there we go. There's the bell. All right. Don't tell me you don't miss that bell.
OMG, that was so good.